In this video, I'll be sharing some fantasy books that are available on Kindle Unlimited. So if you're having an ongoing subscription, if you're planning to get a Kindle Unlimited subscription soon, then do watch this video till the end. I'll be sharing some 10 odd books and series that are there on Kindle Unlimited. So these are like fantasy specific. So if you're a big fantasy fan, then do watch it. So let's start with the same. This is my list. I made it last year when I had an ongoing subscription, but I never continued with that subscription. So I haven't actually read all of them. But still, whenever I'll be continuing with Kindle Unlimited subscription, I'll be reading these. This is my own list. Like I had 13 or 14 odd books or series in that list, but I shortened it down till 10 to make this video, to come up with this video. So let me just share with you all this recommendation list, and let's start with this video. Let's first roll the intro, we'll later jump into this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my new video. I hope everyone's doing absolutely fine. For those to my channel, I'm Devam and you will find book reviews, unboxings, vlogs, and a lot many other fun stuff related to books and fandom. So if you're in that kind of stuff, you can hit the subscribe button. And now let's start this video. So before I jump into the recommendations, let me tell you, this is a Kindle specific video. If you haven't checked my previous Kindle related videos, then you will find a playlist on my channel related to Kindle and its videos. So you'll find like 6 odd videos including this one in that playlist, so you can check it. It is having like a couple of unboxings, it is having like recommendations and a lot more things, so do check it out. It's on my channel. You will find the playlist link up there towards the end of this video. The first series that is available on Kindle Unlimited is Arcane Ascension. It's a series by Andrew Raw, and all the 3 books in the same is available on Kindle Unlimited. So it follows a character named Corin Credence who lost his brother to like Serpent Spire. It's a tower where you need to like go into it and you need to like climb it. You get a boon if you climb that tower, and it's not as simple as that. Like there are shifting rooms, dark arts, and all those kind of mysterious things attached to it. So it's not easy to climb that tower, but if you once get lost, you won't be coming back. So it's his story how he tries to like take training and tries to like climb that tower to get his brother back and to get some answers from it. So that's the story of the first book of this series, and it's highly recommended from my side. If you are into like adventurous kind of books, if you're into fantasy, then do read it. So that was the first recommendation. All the 3 books are there on Kindle Unlimited. You will find the link for the first book in the description box below. Second fantasy book that is available on Kindle Unlimited is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. So this is one of those books that is available on like Kindle Unlimited. It's a YA fantasy. I don't believe the other 2 books in this series is there on Kindle Unlimited. I wish they were there on Kindle Unlimited, but anyhow, if you want to try any series that is under YA fantasy, then you can go ahead with it, and then you can make up your mind if you want to get this series, if you want to purchase this series or not. So it's a great starter for you. Like it follows a character named Jude who lost her like parents, and she and her sister were abducted and they were like taken to the high court in their childhood. So that's her story, how after 10 years she's trying to regain her position in high court, and she's trying to like gain the confidence in the same. So that's her story. Let's see what happens next. When you read this one, you will get that idea. So that's the second recommendation from my side, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. It's really famous and I have it in physical format. I want it in a giveaway. So yeah, second recommendation. Let's jump on to the third one. So the third book in this list is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo, and it's a YA fantasy. It's a standalone and it is available on Kindle Unlimited. So it's a highly popular book which follows a character named Princess Lyra who kills one of her own, and that's the reason the Sea Queen actually transformed her into a human, given her a task to bring Prince Elian's heart. So that's the task she is given. If she is unable to carry on that task, then she will remain a human for her entire life. So it's her story how she tries to carry on that task and try to bring heart of Prince Elian, who is here, to the most powerful kingdom in the world. So it's a amazing story. If you want, you can try it. It's a highly popular book, and you will find a paperback copy for the same at the same time. So if you want, you can get that, but it's available on Kindle Unlimited. If you are having a subscription, you can read it for free. Fourth series in this list is White Sand by Brandon Sanderson. It's a graphic novel series, and all the 3 books are there on Kindle Unlimited. So if you are a big fan of Brandon Sanderson, if you are into his Cosmere universe, then you should definitely check this one. It follows legendary sand masters who can manipulate sand in mysterious way, and they are all slaughtered. Just one remains, who is Kenton, who joins hand with mysterious darkness, and they are having their secrets of their own. So that's the series. I would seriously recommend you to check this one, and it is having like mixed reviews. I would also say that don't judge his any other book, be it Stormlight or Mistborn or any other Warbreaker, Elantris or any other book through White Sand, because it is having mixed reviews, and I just don't want you to miss on these amazing series just because you didn't like White Sand. So yeah, that was the 4th recommendation. Let's jump on to the next one. Fifth series is something that I've already recommended n number of times on my channel, and the name for the same is Cradle by Will White. There are 9 books in this series and all of them are a part of Kindle Unlimited catalog, and the 10th one will be coming real soon. I'm not exactly sure how many books will be there in this series. There are 10 books already, as I've said, so maybe more than that. But this is the series which follows a 15-year-old boy named Lyndon who is not allowed to pursue his sacred clan art, and that's his story. It's a complex magic system mixed with martial arts, and it is his story, how he goes against his family rules and how he weaves his own path. So there are short books, 300 odd pages, so you'll find these fantasy books too short and quick to read. So if you're into that kind of books, if you're into short fantasy books, then you can go ahead with this series. But there are so many books, 10 odd books as of now, and there'll be more maybe in the future. So the 6th recommendation is something again I have recommended n number of times on my channel, and I've already read this book, and the name for the same is Sword of Kaigan by ML Wong. It's an underrated, underappreciated book that I totally loved and adored, and I can't really recommend this one anymore. So it's a prequel to any series, but you can read it without any worries because it's a new story altogether. So it follows Matsuda and Misori's story. Is set in a Kaganese empire where lives old warriors who actually follows the traditional art of swordplay. So I totally loved and adored this book, as I've said, and it's a character driven book. So if you are into any kind of books, I've already read this book, so I can recommend this one. So just pick this one. I totally loved it, and it is one of those books I want in paperback whenever I get a chance. It's not available in India, but it is there on Kindle Unlimited, and every now and then it comes in Prime Reading catalog at the same time. So if you are into this kind of a book, if you're into culturally infused books, then do pick it up. Sword of Kaigan by ML Wong. Next series in this lineup is Heart Strikers by Rachel Aaron, and all the 5 books in this series is available on Kindle Unlimited catalog. So the story follows Julius, a smallest dragon in their clan, who is banished from their lands. Earlier I talked about Two Killer Kingdom by Alexandra Christo, and that story actually matches this one because there also Princess Lyra was abandoned or banished from her land. So in this one, Julius is banished from their land. He has 1 month to prove himself so that he can return to their land, and he's in human form as of now and is living in old Detroit. So yeah, it's his story. He's having 1 month to prove himself if he's worthy to become a dragon again. So that's his story. I totally enjoyed the plot summary of this one, and I think I'll be liking this one. So there are 5 books in this series. Do check it out. Do check this series. It's on Kindle Unlimited. 8th series in this list is Mage Errant by John Bierce, and all the 5 books in this list are there on Kindle Unlimited. So it follows Hugh of Imblin, who is the worst student in their class. He can't really cast any kind of a spells, he can't really do magic, but his life takes a U-turn when he is selected as an apprentice to one of the mage. So that's his story, how his life takes a U-turn, how he had not so good relationship with others from his school, from his class, and how he was selected as an apprentice. His finals are approaching and he's trying his best to do the same. So that's his story, how he goes ahead with it, and you have to read the same for knowing more details about the same. So that was the story, that was the series Mage Errant by John Bierce. It was my 8th recommendation. Let's jump on to the 9th one. 9th series in this list is Chronicles of the Black Gate, and this is a series by Phil Tucker. So this is one of those series which is again having 5 books, and I'm not exactly sure how all these series I'm naming are having 5 odd books. So it's a series which is there on Kindle Unlimited, and it follows a war in the kingdom, and the kingdom is in turmoil. So it follows a character named Oso, who was just a squire to someone, and they're his master and his troops are banished from their land. What happens when a secret that is too dark and that can reveal a lot many truth comes into light. So that's their story. It's a high fantasy, it's an epic fantasy. So if you are into epic and high fantasy kind of books, then you can read it. A majority of the books that I recommended in this list are YA fantasy, and finally we are coming to the end and coming to those epic fantasy, high fantasy kind of books. So if you are into this kind of books, then do pick it up. There are also a couple of, I think you can say, novellas in this series, and I'm not exactly sure, but there are a couple of novellas. If you want, you can check those at the same time. So that was the series, that was the 9th in number. Let's jump on to the final recommendation. So the 10th and the final series is the Raveling series by Alec Hudson, and there are 3 books in this series. All of them are a part of Kindle Unlimited subscription, so you can easily read them. It is set in a world where there was once magic, but it is long extinguished, and it is again is coming into picture after 1,000 years. In a small village, there's a boy who can be distinguished from the others, and he came up with magic again, and there's a queen in the west who is again risen and is having magic. So it's a story, it's their story where something is stolen and some dark forces are arising. So it's an amazing story. It's a high epic fantasy again, and it is having some strong characters, and it's my 10th recommendation in this series, in this list. So yeah, that was the video for all the fantasy lovers, and if you are having an ongoing Kindle Unlimited subscription, then you can quite easily read these books, or even if you are planning to get Kindle Unlimited in future, then you can make a note of it. It will definitely come in handy for you. So that was the fantasy recommendations. If you want to recommend or if you want to request any other genre, then you can comment down below and let me know. And like this video if you like the content, you can comment down below. As I've said, you can subscribe to my channel if you're not done already. You can share this video with your friends and family. We'll be catching up real soon. For now, that was all. Stay healthy, stay home, stay safe, and bye bye.